Hear My Voice is an organization that has set up a poetry relief fund for poets during this lockdown period. The organization started by holding web series in the month of April to assist poets, and these sessions have since grown. The fund pays poets an honorarium of R1,000 per online event and hosts live-streamed poetry shows with up to 5 poets per episode. Joining us via Zoom on this and more is Phomolo Sekamotho, the co-founder and director at Hear My Voice. Phomolo, very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, Simpiwe. Good morning to the viewers. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure, Phomolo. As we know that each and every artist has been severely affected by the lockdown. And why did you decide to take upon yourself to come up with this initiative?
Thank you, Simpiwe. So, yeah, as you know, a lot of artists have been affected by COVID-19. So, we saw it fitting to, assist our community by setting up the fund. We knew that it was not going to be easy, to get through the lockdown. So we decided to set up a fund that will assist, poets. But more importantly, it was just us making a statement to say to the poets, listen, you're not alone. We're going to go through this together. And, a couple of organizations came on board. They saw the vision and they've contributed to the fund as well.
Now, the web series started in April. How has the response been so far?
It's been good. It's been good. We've been getting a lot of support, like I said earlier. So we've assisted over 45 poets. We've made payments of, 45,000 so far. And we have a lot of organizations that have come on board. The Poetry Potion, the Windy Brow Arts Center, which is the fourth leg of the Market Theatre, Poetry Africa as well as that network. So the response has been good. And, I'm very happy to announce that we have received more funding and we will be having an open call to assist more poets as well. So we're really happy about that.
Let's talk about the content of these web series. What really goes into it?
So, what we wanted to do with the web series was, we wanted to get poets from across, the country. So far we have had representation from, 8 provinces, because as Hear My Voice, ours is to create uncensored platforms. So we really, allowed the poets to express themselves freely, to perform as they would, on any other stage. So ours is not to limit the poet, but merely to, give them the platform to express themselves and tackle social issues.
And the R1,000 per online event, how does that work?
So currently, the R1,000 is just the honorarium. It's really not, a payment per se, but we wanted to, reach quite a huge number of poets. So fortunately, because we received more funding, we will be going back, to adjust that amount to 1,500, because we did apply for, the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture's relief fund, and they have come on board as well. So we will be paying poets 1,500 going forward. Yeah.
Is this only for local poets, Phomolo, or does anyone who is a spoken word artist benefit or be a part of it?
So this is definitely only for South African poets, poets that recite in their, mother tongues as well. But it's definitely only just for South African poets.
All right, give us details of the next session, when and what time it's taking place.
Okay, so currently we're going to be having an open call from Monday. We'll be accepting applications for more poets to apply. And then we will be kicking off, our next phase of the relief fund this next coming week.
Okay, so what is it? I mean, what's your main aim of conducting these web series, in as much as it's beneficial to local poets? But what is it? What was your main aim? What is it that you want to achieve?
So for us, it's to assist the poets. We know that currently poets can't be on stages, they can't perform. So it means that they can't generate income. So we want them to, continue to put in the work and to receive money for their work. And yeah, that's it.
So will you also consider poets who've benefited from the relief fund that has been set up by the Minister of Arts and Culture?
Definitely, but for us, we would like, poets to stretch themselves, to have a lot of events, so because with a lot of events, it means you are able to make a living. You can obviously benefit once from our relief fund. So with the next call, we'll be seeking more poets from all the 9 provinces.
When you say that you're encouraging poets to get involved in more events, how so as the country is on lockdown?
Obviously on digital platforms, Simpiwe, there are poets that have been using digital platforms to do great things, hosting workshops, interacting. Obviously we are limited to Zoom calls and Skype currently, but that does not mean the work has to stop.
All right. Phomolo, great chatting to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Simpiwe.
And that was Phomolo Sekamotho, a co-founder and director at Hear My Voice, talking to us about the Poetry Relief Fund and the kind of assistance that they are offering to poets as the country is currently on lockdown. This is Morning Live. We take a